The Los Angeles Rams are quietly preparing a draft day heist that could fundamentally alter the trajectory of the Matthew Stafford era and the entire NFC landscape. Les Snead is notorious for his aggressive tactics, but the intel surfacing from behind closed doors suggests a jump into the top 10 is more than just speculation. With impact players like Jeremiah Love and Carnell Tate dangling as potential game changers, the front office is weighing the cost of a massive future sacrifice. But who is the real target that Sean McVay believes can deliver another ring before their championship window slams shut? Matthew Stafford needs another elite weapon if this team wants to truly compete with the elite tier of the NFL, and the front office knows it. Internal reports indicate that the Los Angeles Rams are exploring every possible avenue to move up from their current position at 13 into the top 10. While typical draft logic suggests a trade back to accumulate capital is safer, Les Snead has never been a man who plays it safe when a blue-chip prospect is within reach. The noise around the league is that several teams in the 3 to 7 range, including the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Commanders, are actively looking to move down to secure more picks. This creates a perfect storm for a Rams team that is one impact player away from a deep playoff run. Albert Breer has identified 2 specific names that could trigger a massive trade-up. One is Ohio State defender Arvil Reese, a physical specimen who would transform the front 7 immediately. The other is Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love, a do-it-all threat who reminds many of a young Todd Gurley. We have seen what this offense looks like when it has a dynamic playmaker who can catch passes and run between the tackles with equal efficiency. If the Titans or Commanders feel like they can slide back and still get their guys, the Rams are the first team they will call. This isn't just about adding depth. It is about finding that missing piece that allows Sean McVay to unlock his full creative potential. However, the most intriguing scenario involves a specific partnership with a former rival general manager who might be willing to dance. The cost would be high, potentially involving multiple day 2 picks and future capital, but for a team in win-now mode, the price tag might be secondary to the reward. The question isn't whether the Rams want to move, but rather how high they are willing to climb to get the specific player they covet. If they decide to pull the trigger, it will signal to the rest of the league that the Rams are going all in for 2026. But there is one specific team at number 7 that seems like the most logical partner for a deal that could stun the draft floor. The draft is approaching and the Rams are ready to shock the world once again. Do you think giving up significant draft capital for a top 10 talent is the right move for this franchise right now? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below because this decision will define the next 3 years of Rams football. If you want the most accurate insider updates and deep dives into the front office moves, you need to subscribe to the channel right now. Hit that like button to help us grow and stay tuned for the conclusion. Sean McVay is reportedly fascinated by the possibility of adding a truly versatile weapon like Jeremiah Love to this backfield. We all remember the 2017 and 2018 seasons, when Todd Gurley was the engine of this offense, winning Offensive Player of the Year and terrorizing defensive coordinators. While Kyren Williams and Blake Corum have been productive, they share similar, physical running styles that lack that home run, game-breaking speed in space. Love would represent a change of pace that mimics the Montgomery and Gibbs dynamic we saw in Detroit, providing a vertical threat out of the backfield that forces linebackers into impossible situations. But the real buzz inside the building revolves around Washington at number 7. The Commanders and their general manager Adam Peters are looking for wide receiver help, but their current roster construction makes the top-tier options a bit redundant. This is where Carnell Tate enters the conversation. Tate is a silky smooth route runner who fits exactly what the Rams are missing on the perimeter. He provides the size and catch radius that perfectly complements the underneath work of Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. For Washington, trading down to 13 makes total sense because it allows them to target players like Omar Cooper Jr. or Mekhi Lemon while pocketing the Rams' second-round pick at 61. It is a rare win-win scenario where both teams get exactly what they need for their specific schemes. McVay has always been at his best when he has a wide receiver who can win at all 3 levels, and Tate fits that mold perfectly. The front office has spent the last month running simulations on what the offense looks like with Tate in the mix, and the results are explosive. The issue, of course, is the draft value chart. Moving from 13 to 7 costs roughly 350 points, which means the Rams would likely have to part with pick 61 and potentially a future third-rounder. It would leave the roster thin in the middle rounds, but McVay and Snead have proven time and again that they value top-end stars over mid-round depth. They are looking for a player who can start on day one and contribute to a Super Bowl run, not someone who will sit on the bench for 2 years. The internal debate is heating up as draft night nears. The long-term impact of a move like this cannot be overstated for the future of the Los Angeles Rams. If Les Snead decides to trade away his second-round pick and future capital to move into the top 10, he is essentially betting the house on the current core of the team. This isn't just about the 2026 season. It is about maximizing every single second Matthew Stafford has left in his right arm. The roster is currently top-heavy, and while the young talent like Byron Young and Kobe Turner has been a revelation, the team still lacks that one truly transcendent offensive piece outside of Nakua and Kupp. By adding a Carnell Tate or a Jeremiah Love, the Rams create an offensive environment that is nearly impossible to defend. However, the risk is real. The Rams would be left with only 4 more picks in the entire draft if they move up to 7, which puts immense pressure on those late-round selections to hit. We have seen the Rams succeed in the late rounds before, but relying on 5th and 6th rounders to fill out the depth chart is a dangerous game in a physical division like the NFC West. The Arizona Cardinals and San Francisco 49ers are not slowing down, and the Rams need to ensure they have enough bodies to survive a 17-game grind. From a salary cap perspective, a top 10 pick comes with a significant price tag, but it is still cheaper than a veteran superstar in free agency. This move would allow the team to keep their financial flexibility for future extensions, while securing a blue-chip talent on a rookie contract for 5 years. The front office is looking at the landscape of the NFC, and they see a wide-open path if they can just add one more dynamic playmaker. Whether it is a trade with Washington or a surprise jump with the Titans, the goal remains the same. They want to be the most feared offense in the league once again. The next few weeks will involve intense negotiations as Snead tries to lower the asking price, but make no mistake, the Rams are the most dangerous team in the draft right now because they are the only ones willing to burn the boats. Ultimately, the Los Angeles Rams are proving that their philosophy has not changed one bit despite the critics. They believe in stars, they believe in aggression, and they believe in Sean McVay's ability to turn a high-end prospect into a superstar. A trade into the top 10 would be a statement to the rest of the league that the Rams are not interested in a slow rebuild or a transition period. They are here to win now, and they are willing to pay whatever price is necessary to ensure Matthew Stafford has the tools to bring another Lombardi trophy back to Southern California. This draft isn't just a selection process for them. It is a tactical mission to secure the final piece of a championship puzzle. Whether it is Carnell Tate stretching the field or Jeremiah Love providing that Gurley-esque versatility, the addition of a top-tier talent would make this offense a nightmare for any defensive coordinator. As fans, we have learned to never rule anything out when it comes to Les Snead. He operates in the shadows until the moment is right to strike, and the current buzz suggests the strike is coming sooner than anyone expects. The potential for a trade with the Commanders at number 7 is the most logical path, but the Rams are always looking for the unexpected angle. This is the most exciting time to be a Rams fan because you know your team is never going to be boring. They are going to take the big swing, and more often than not, they find the bleachers. What do you think is the biggest need for this team to get back to the Super Bowl? Should we stay at 13 or go get our guy at 7? Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the moment this trade becomes official. Drop a like if you believe in the Snead and McVay process, and let us know your dream draft target in the comments. We are tracking every lead and every phone call coming out of the building to keep you informed. This is going to be a draft night for the ages in Los Angeles. Thank you for watching, and as always, go Rams!